In this section of Molly's Passage along the waterways of the Netherlands, we move from Gouda along the Standing Mast Route through the Garden of Holland, past fields and windmills and under no less than 15 bridges. We end up at my favourite overnight location of the whole trip, in a rural mooring called Balgarij, near the town of Kaag, where, after wind and rain all day, we passed a golden musical evening. If you enjoy this video and the other episodes of my adventure in the Netherlands, I'd be really grateful if you'd take a moment to hit the like button right now, and also click the subscribe button to find my other videos. Thank you very much. In case you were getting the impression that it's always sunny in the Netherlands, we're setting off this morning for the Kaag from Gouda, and it's not a very nice morning. We won't be able to sail because we're in narrow canals. It's blustery and windy with showers of rain. The decks are wet. However, we can't complain in the least because we've had so much really good weather. And if you've got your fowlers on, it doesn't really matter that much. Will be about 20 miles of motoring today, and then tonight we're going to anchor. Currently we are getting out of the many bridges and the lock from Gouda, and we're doing it in waves. So there's 10 boats which are stooging, I think is the term that we have adopted, to wait for the bridge to open, which is going to happen in about 2 minutes. We've been through 2 bridges and a lock, and apparently now the bridges are all going to open in sequence for us. We've become our own blue wave. This is a railway bridge which will open for 5 minutes and then it'll shut for another 2 hours. So the fleet is gathering in readiness to plunge through at 10:27. It's open for 5 minutes. We've got 35 boats to get through, so I predict a bun fight. We've got some of them in front of us. We're in the first wave and we're rafted onto Indian Runner, and then there's some more behind us, and the rest of the fleet is still coming through the bridges out of Gouda. Now there's a man who knows his air draft.
Oh boy, Chris, coming on your left.
What a busy railway, you can see why they don't
Isn't that? You
very
see
often.
why they want you under?
We've now got red-green. Most of the fleet is now cast off and is in a holding pattern. Indian Runner. You got the helm? Yeah. We're through. I'm really glad we knew exactly when it was going to open, and we'd been briefed about this, because that was quite tricky. Another bridge, so boats were going underneath this one when it was still on red-green. The second road bridge is just going up now. We're ploughing through. It seems very well synchronised. Commercial vessel coming the other way. He fitted under the next bridge, 300 feet long and 30 feet wide, coming towards us at about 10 knots. We've been through a lot of farmland, but this is the first glass house area we've seen. All the fields off to the sides have got little feeder canals. This one looks like flowers. Another mile, another bridge. Windbreaker with his dinghy, matching dinghy, carried at the bow. Looks for all the world like the dinghy's towing the yacht. Just come through a rail bridge. But immediately there is a road bridge, so we're all piled into a short space. red green in front of us and going up now as we speak, but there's very little room with all these boats. Certainly true, there are lots of windmills in Holland. Flotilla going through the middle of the town. Just gone under one bridge, and there's another one held open for us. I hope we get under that, as all of us. Surprisingly hard work to keep moving in such close quarters. This town is Alphen aan den Rijn. Alphen on the Rhine? Don't really know. A couple of comedy fishermen in front, adding to the entertainment by occasionally dangling things off their boat. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to catch apart from E. coli. It is nice going through the centre of the towns.
Like to escape the fishermen.
We've covered about 8 miles in 5.5 hours. Progress is slow waiting for all these bridges, but it's quite picturesque. It's nice being in company with all these boats. This pretty little town is called Vuurbrugge. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Another of today's many bridges. Lots of beautiful homes, gardens that let straight onto the canal. Although that's a mooring place for a barge, presumably for when they're mooring to wait for a bridge. So this bridge is called Vuurbrugge, which reads to me a little bit like Woodbridge is Woodbridge, which is almost like a tongue twister. Mind you, that's Dutch generally for us, isn't it? These are very smart houses. Imagine that, having an actual yacht moored right outside your house. I mean, a motorboat is one thing. It's pretty cool. And there are some very nice houses along here. I guess quite a few bridges to get through every time you want to go sailing. Put me off a bit. Wider water here. Don't think we'll be sailing because it'll be dead upwind. We're now on the Brasa Mer, and we can have at least a little bit of canvas. quite a wide stretch of water, but actually the channel is relatively narrow. Still, it's good to have a sail up and help us along a bit, save a bit of fuel. Today's burgees at the top, obviously the flag of the Netherlands, courtesy flag, and then the rally flag, OGA NL20. Below that the Crabbers flag, pennant, and below that is our club flag, Holland flag. Let's see, we've got anemone, east breeze, not sure the name of that Dutch one, Belgian one. There is Pearl, Puffin, we've got Clytie, Windbreaker, Stardust, Rum in the distance, and looking astern, we've got Nicky at the helm, Indian Runner, Moon River, coming off the Brasa Mer now. I might have to furl that staysail. Another bridge. Don't think we've got too many more today. At this point the canal goes over the motorway. The Netherlands is a country of many regions, and we are passing out of South Holland, which we've been in for the last few days, into now North Holland. We're approaching the town of Kaag. Not sure exactly what's going to happen. We're hoping to anchor, but let's see. Not entirely sure what's happening here. We've stopped. I think it's to let these sailing boats go by, and we're hoping to find somewhere where we can anchor. It's quite windy now, but it's forecast to drop down, and there should be somewhere with some shelterage. Some of the boats have gone that way. That's Windbreaker, and there's one of our fleet coming towards us. No, two of them. I think that's Hope and Onward. So let's see what happens. So turns out they weren't stopping for the dinghies, they ran aground. There's a little pinnacle there, there's loads of water around, but there's a little lump, and they are hard aground. So there's a bit of confusion, and we're just going to go back to everybody else, I think. Let's see.
I'll sing us a song, a good song of the sea. Away, oh, oh. I'll sing us a song if you'll sing it with me. And we're bound for the Rio Grande. That's right. Yeah.
We sailed across
It's been 10 years, so it's not quite the same accuracy because we did not have the gay pride in Amsterdam and all that. But whatever, that's the memory. Whatever.
I wonder if there is a right to anchor here, like in Finland. Finland has a right to anchor anywhere.
Never, no more.